Even in her own Disney Plus TV program, Ahsoka Episode 6 showed that the protagonist isn't all that significant. As both heroes and villains go to Peridia in a far-off galaxy, no one can criticize the Ahsoka Disney Plus TV series for its ambition. Because it appears that interplanetary travel was previously normal, the whole Star Wars galaxy's history has been completely altered. Despite how amazing this may be, Ahsoka is feeling a little uneasy about it. Although the lead character is Anakin Skywalker's former Padawan, Star Wars Rebels Season 5 is where its primary antagonist, Grand Admiral Thrawn, was first introduced. Episode 6 of Ahsoka Tano confirms that, with the exception of Episode 5, Ahsoka Tano has rarely been the center of attention. Even though the hero of the episode only appears in the opening scene, Ahsoka Episode 6 is one of the greatest ones too yet. Comparable to the Book of Boba Fett, when Din Djarin assumed control in Episodes 5 and 6, this is less invasive since, at least in this instance, all of the characters were supporting roles in Ahsoka, and are now just receiving their turn to shine. However, the reality remains that unlike with Boba, no viewers have voiced their displeasure about Ahsoka's absence. This inadvertently illustrates how the Ahsoka tale can and does continue to be told without her. As a result, Star Wars has shown that Ahsoka might not be as significant as the show's name indicates. The fact is, Ahsoka's sidekicks and other characters are more compelling than Ahsoka herself. Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati are two brand new antagonists, and audiences have been more intrigued by their motivations and storylines than Ahsoka's. Because she is the one who is able to unlock the star map, and who finally betrays Ahsoka to allow the baddies to reach Peridia, Sabine Wren's character arc has appeared to drive the story. The majority of Ahsoka's time is spent responding to other characters' stories. Many have criticized Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka Tano for being too distant and austere, and lacking the famous fervor and spontaneity of the character. Fair enough. Ahsoka Episode 5 emphasized that there is a cause for this. She is overburdened by the burden of the past, and estranged from people around her. However, this has made it more difficult to sympathize with Ahsoka, and comprehend her emotional responses to situations. Is Ahsoka going to become a more entertaining character after her transformation? But this is probably not how the remainder of the series will go. In Ahsoka Episode 5, Ahsoka suffered a transition that put her on the path to become Ahsoka the White, a character change anticipated in the epilogue of Star Wars Rebels, and subsequently retconned into this narrative. The episode ended with Ahsoka using the Force to empathize with an animal, returning to the first Force power she ever used. There was a delightful sense of wonder surrounding her interaction with the Purrgil. This gave viewers a brief glimpse of how this transformation has helped Ahsoka get back to her old self. Amusingly, as they soared towards the Purrgil's mouth, Huyang even had to warn Ahsoka to return to their spacecraft. All of it had such strong echoes of the naive, impressionable Ahsoka that viewers of Star Wars, The Clone Wars have long yearned to witness. While Ahsoka will undoubtedly stay transformed as a result of all she has experienced during the Clone Wars, there is optimism that her character development will restore the excitement and sense of adventure that her fans adore in her. This will assist to increase Ahsoka's relevance in her series, and make it much clearer in the future, if she doesn't appear in an episode like this. Currently, Ahsoka Episode 6 functions perfectly well without her, and Star Wars is not likely to continue this pattern. In order to keep up with the fascination of her supporting cast, Ahsoka will need to continuously demonstrating how she has evolved.